You could tell that the law enforcement personnel seemed to be a little calmer, seemed to be standing down somewhat. Some of the tactical officers were headed out away from the scene, so we figured he had been neutralized at that point. And we're pretty safe.
You're a veteran photojournalist here at ABC 13. Have you ever been in this kind of situation? I know you kind of stumbled into a war zone here this morning.
Well, you know, we cover a lot of these things. I can't say that I've ever driven into the middle of a shootout, particularly this close to our TV station. You know, this is a nice little area here. You don't typically expect that to happen in West U. You know, fortunate for me, I was able to get here quickly and establish a safe position where I felt okay. You know, I could tell that the shots were coming from this direction, and I felt safe standing behind a pillar over there. Really, the only thing that was exposed was my camera. You know, Channel 13 will buy me another one if I had to.
I'm sure they will, Jaime. I'm sure they will. Well, we're glad that you're safe, and we're glad that you had an opportunity to capture some of this for us and for our TV station, and also for all the viewers out there. A very hectic and crazy situation out here. We are still waiting on the Houston Police Chief, Martha Montalvo, to address the media. We're also waiting on West University Police. Also, a doctor from the SWAT team is going to talk to us as well. And we're just waiting for that press conference that is expected to be in just minutes. And you can see the officials right there just crowding around. They're kind of gathering their notes, preparing what exactly they're going to come over here to say. And as you can imagine, the whole news media is here from the Houston area. We have a lot of questions for them. We want to know, obviously, and everyone wants to know, what was the motivation behind this? Why did this suspect fire over and over and over at people? Also people that were just driving by. They were just minding their own business, driving along this road here, and they ended up getting shot in their vehicles and ended up getting transported to the hospital. A lot of questions still remain. Hopefully they can address some of those, and we are waiting for them in just minutes. Back to you. Do y'all want to talk to this guy? Do y'all want to talk to Antoine? Jerry?
Oh, yes, sir.
He shot that video. He's right here. Do you want to talk to him? Antoine, come here.
Thank you.
We're still waiting. All right. All right. Let's go. This right here. Where do you want to go?
Just trying to get right here. Put him right there.
Yeah, I am, Natasha, and you guys talked about the weapons, and you can just imagine, you know, how far this guy was willing to go to kill even more people, to shoot even more people. One of the people that was driving by this area when all of this shooting was happening, and you just saw a clip just a moment ago where you can actually hear the gunshots. Antoine Wilson was actually the one that was shooting this, and we talked to you earlier today. Take us through that video where you actually see this, you see the lights and sirens, and you also start to hear the gunfire.
Yeah, the video that I shot was, the actual video was behind the apartments, but I didn't get to save that one, so I don't have a clip of that one. But the second one was when they made us come around, took a detour, and we had to come through the back street. I don't know what street that was, but it was shooting back there. I don't know where it was coming from, but the actual shooting was in the back of the apartments while I was on the back street or whatever. That's where it all started at.
But you said that you were driving by and you rolled your window down to see exactly
on
what
that
was
back
going on.
street.
You didn't know that you were driving into this.
I drove directly into the ambush when it was all going on around, I say 6:42 a.m. this morning or whatever. That's when it all was going on, like the actual back and forth shooting.
Yeah, and to think that this guy was, you know, targeting people that were in the car, whether it was just gunfire that maybe didn't intend for them or not, he still struck them while they were in their vehicles. A lot of them were just driving like yourself.
Yeah, it was a few cars on the back street that got shot. Actually, that white car you see over here, the white car with the bullet holes in, that's the one that was actually in front of me. And like I said, when I had my window down, I'm hearing the bullets pass my face, literally. Like, you could hear, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. I've never been that close to actual gunfire like that.
You said earlier you were shaken up. How you doing now?
Yeah, I'm feeling way better now that I know that it's calmed down or whatever. I don't know if it was a second shooter or what, but...
All right, Antoine Wilson shot that video for us. We'll, of course, try and have it for you on ABC13.com. And, you know, a lot of the people, like you heard from Jaime Zamora, he came into this situation, an active shooter situation, shooting the story, and started hearing the gunshots as well. EMS as well, as we heard from the assistant fire chief earlier this morning. Firefighters who got onto the scene, and paramedics that got to the scene to try and treat some people to respond to this call also were being shot at. So they didn't even know exactly what was going on. But then police came out here and took over from there. So we're expecting a press conference right now from Interim Chief Martha Montalvo. Also, the West University Police Department is expected to talk to us as well. The mayor is being briefed on this situation as we speak. If not, he already has. And then we're also expecting to hear, according to the Houston Fire Department, from a doctor with the Houston SWAT team. So we're going to bring you the very latest. I can see them from the corner of my eye over there. They're just kind of gathering around, taking down notes, and then they're going to come and address the media. We have a lot of questions for them, as you can imagine, and we will, of course, ask every single one. Back to you. Good job, man. Good job.
My wife says, too much towel, too much towel.
You were wiping off, and then you started having orange stuff all over your face.
Take it away from me. Dude. You were like, what the hell?
It's freaking hot.
No, you were not. You were freaking nervous.
But I love it. I like it. It was like, you know.
Okay, but just know, whatever shot you have now is a shot over.
About 90 seconds back.
Okay.
Hey, Jaime, I don't have room, so I'm just going to hold on to this. Yours is up there, okay?
And right now, you're looking at Chief Montalvo. She's speaking with other Houston Police Department officers, and they're going to be conducting a press conference here any moment now. Once the facts are disseminated properly, they will share those facts with us and information with us. Once again, this is an active area. This is an active area because of all that happened this morning. And we're actually along Bissonnette or along Wesleyan rather, between Bissonnette and Law Street, and certainly a very, very intense moment earlier this morning around 6:30, as you heard the Joaquins talk about it. Thank goodness that gentleman was able to survive the experience that he went through. Once again, very active area. We understand that the shooter is dead, has been shot. He is dead at this particular point, and we will continue to keep you posted on all happenings this morning. We do understand in just a few minutes, we will have a press conference underway, and we'll have more details to share with you. We're live along Wesleyan. Nate Griffin, Fox 26 News.
Yeah, I was gonna stand there, but if you have the camera, yeah.
Sports Center on Thursday, World News Tonight today.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, Charles Ozzie is just in that city. Probably global resident. How are you doing? Good to see you. I know what you're doing with that house. Yeah, put those horns in there. Don't worry. You gotta put those horns in there. That's back. I tell them. Orange is really expensive. Yeah, I didn't realize nothing was
After you left it.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so then I remember some people.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah, like me pop up one morning. Like, oh, dude, I was walking the dog this morning. Yeah, can we get over there to the shoot? We got on the cover. good, sir. See you too. So yeah, it's good to get out and see everybody. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a very long time. I see her every day. One of my students the other day said I did the parts on her. Where did you? Talking to you, Pokey. Come here.
I want you to explain something. I don't know what they want. What they want him to explain?
I don't know.
No. They want you to explain something. They want you to say something. I don't know.
Okay, what do they want from me? Jerry, can you hear me? Jerry, what do you need from me?
What did they ask you?
What do you need from me?
Well, the anchors were saying.
The anchors were just saying we need Foti to explain something.
Now they're playing some video.
She's on the phone. She's on the phone. Hey, 2 minutes, y'all. Rui said 2 minutes. Rui said 2 minutes. I think they just want to take the press conference. That's what they're waiting on. Yeah. I mean, unless we need it for a package for 11. I don't know. I guess after this we're going to discuss and evaluate, I guess. I haven't gotten any. I mean, I may have gotten instructions, but I haven't seen it.
I'll record it and I think I'll put it back up. Okay, they keep on coming. I will tell you in a second. Hey, I'm not gonna record because they keep on asking for you. It's like I can't put the mic up there. They keep on asking for you.
I don't know.
Jerry,
Okay, they're coming, guys. They're coming. Jerry, they're coming. They're walking over. Record on Jaime stuff. My mic is going to be with me.
Ya está el micrófono ahí.
You also want to flip on the other side.
residents of that complex. I understand they've either been evacuated or there's a shelter in place. How long do you anticipate that being ongoing?
I can't give you an exact time. We have secured safe the deceased body. We are now working on the vehicle, and then we will work on the apartment. Once all of that is completed, and it does take time, we have to do it in a safe manner that's safe to the officers as well as to, the individuals that are still possibly still looking.
Did he say anything to the officers when he had contact with them this morning?
It's my understanding he did not. He just began firing at us.
And he was just firing indiscriminately?
As far as I know at this time.
And you're confirming he lives here then? He just live in the neighborhood?
We are confirming that he lives in the neighborhood.
But you think that he does, though?
Yes.
Can you walk me through a little bit of the scene? Because the initial call was there at Bissonnette and Wesleyan. We've seen some of the vehicles shot out. You all interacted with the guy here at Wesleyan and Law. Was it a moving scene?
I can't confirm that right now. What we think possibly happened is it stayed within that parameter, but as the victims left, the ones that could, they possibly came to this location. But again, that's information that we're going to have to confirm once the investigation is complete.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the weapons inside? You specifically used weapons and not the word explosive.
I cannot give you that information.
Hey, Chief, can you clarify how many people were actually injured and taken to the hospital versus how many people were injured on scene and may have just been treated here and released? Can you give us those numbers?
It's 6 individuals that were transported to area hospitals. 3 were treated and released. A total of 9.
And are you ready to call this an act of terrorism? Is this guy a terrorist?
I'm not ready to confirm that. What I can confirm is that it's an active shooting situation.
How long passed between the call and when the shooter was confirmed dead?
I don't have that information.
Can we talk a little bit about what it could have been? I mean, it seems for 9 people, 3 of which were able to, not need to be taken to the hospital. Firefighters showed up. They realized this was an active shooter situation. With all the law enforcement here, can you talk to me about how smoothly this whole thing went off?
We are prepared for this scenario, this type of scenario. Unfortunately, we do have training that we do for these type of events. When something like this happens, I don't know if you can ever say you're 100% prepared. So what we hope is that with the training that we give our officers, that training kicks in. There was constant communication. There was good communication in terms of tactics that were used by the officers, and we were able to work, in my opinion, very well with different agencies that were also on site.
And then I know you all have an idea of who this guy was. Folks that are held up in their homes there at the condominiums had an idea of who he was. Do you need folks to come forward with more information about this guy?
We will be asking anyone who has information to call this information from. In addition to that, we will also be interviewing numerous individuals.
But the people that were injured in the shooting?
Shots were fired at this point?
No, it is too early, sir.
Are the people that were?
I'm not sure of the exact information.
Are the people that were injured in the shooting, did they live in the area, or do you all know that at this point?
I do not know at that point if they lived here or if they were driving by.
Chief, the number of wounded, is it 6 or 9? 6 or 9?
It's a total of 9.
9, right?
9. 6 that were transported to the hospital, 3 that were treated here.
1 is in critical and the other one's in serious?
Of those 6, 1 is critical, 1 is serious.
Chief, do you have any indication what started all of this?
I do not at this time.
And there's a robot that's next to what appears to be the suspect's vehicle. Do you know what that's doing right now?
It's securing the individual to make sure that there are no other weapons involved.
Did this individual have a past history of crime, mental illness, anything like that you might tell us?
Not at this time.
Chief,
Once I confirm the identity, and once that information, as soon as we can, we will release it to the media, then we can give you that.
Chief, if this was a...
neutralized by police, or did he neutralize himself to himself?
It's my understanding at this time that he was neutralized by the police.
Chief, if this was in fact something...
Were the weapons in his car?
We found some weapons in his car.
Chief, if there was prior contact and somehow this fell through the cracks, how will you react? Will you be reviewing policies and such?
You're saying something fell through the cracks. I don't have that information.
folks.
Ralph,
This
use
happened on a
Spanish for
Monday.
Spanish viewers.
I will speak to you after.
Thank you, madam.
Really quick, what's the message to Houstonians that are watching? This happened on a Monday morning, a couple blocks away as we were driving to the scene. Kids were biking to school. What's the message?
What we always tell people is to be alert to their surroundings. And we do training on active shooter situation. We ask people to, if they can, run away from the scene. If they cannot run, then obviously not. But we will get here, police will get here as soon as possible, do everything in their power to secure the scene, to secure the individuals who are harmed.
Chief,
Last
we're
question.
hearing that he had some sort of body armor on him. We're also hearing it was a World War II body armor, German World War II body armor. Can you confirm what this guy was wearing?
I cannot confirm that at this time. Let us get through some more of the investigation and then we'll give you that information.
Do we know his
Thank
age?
you.
Not at this time.
Have the families of the victims been notified?
Yes, ma'am. We're in the process of doing that.
Thank you all.
Enter the name of the suspect, please. Do you have her number?
And that is the end of the press conference.
Oh, here's the name. I live right
To engage your employees and help save lives.